You pled guilty to 5 counts of theft from the Utica Township Volunteer Fire Department, which was run by your estranged husband, an elected official and representative of the citizens of Clark County and the state of Indiana. You also pleaded guilty to 5 counts of tax evasion with the state of Indiana. You admitted to this court that your violation of the laws of the state of Indiana in this democratic nation was knowingly and intentionally. That means you knowingly and intentionally engaged in illegal activities that deprived members of this community of life-saving resources. And many of those innocent folks were deprived of their jobs and their livelihood. And you did this to fund a lavish lifestyle that you did not work to achieve. And at the time, it seemed as if you believed, along with your estranged husband, that you were untouchable. You used the democratically elected platform of Jamie Knoll to partner with him in stealing from the people he and you by association were trusted to protect. This is not only an obvious violation of the laws of this land, but it's an assault to democracy itself. If history can teach us anything, it's that every elected official who has ever loved the power of their station and the notoriety of their office more than they love being of service to their fellow citizens has ended up abusing their power. And that by way of their abuse has turned trusting citizens into victims of their greed. Unfortunately, you partnered with your estranged husband in this abuse of power. And by your own admission, you turned trusting citizens into victims of your greed as well. Justice Louis Brandeis, whom my law school is named after, famously said, "We must make our choice. We may have a democracy, or we may have wealth concentrated in the hands of a few, but we cannot have both." Thankfully, in this case, the state of Indiana and the citizens of Clark County have made their decision, and they chose to protect our democracy by holding you accountable for the crimes against the citizens of Clark County and this great state. Citizens of Clark County didn't deserve that. I hope that with every bit of restitution you pay to the citizens of Clark County, you remember how you harmed them. Pleading guilty does not mean you are remorseful, but you made the statement that you are, and I hope that you are. Based upon your statement, I now tend to believe that you are. You know, you've expressed several times how your daughters are the most important thing to you right now. And I read that statement in the precinct's investigative report more than once. But the reality of the situation is you handed them this immense hardship by choosing to take what did not belong to you. While you were engaged in this illegal activity with your estranged husband, you showed by your own actions they were not worth protecting. From the fallout of your greed, even to the point of letting one of your daughters adopt a criminal lifestyle as well. I sincerely hope from this day forward they truly become the most important thing to you, and that you can become a woman and a mother of integrity who is dedicated to the care of others more than to your own self-indulgence. To quote Justice Brandeis again, our government teaches us the whole people by its example. If the government becomes the lawbreaker, it breeds contempt for the law. As you are most certainly aware by now, there are no kings, and thus there are no queens in this country, although certain politicians, which I believe your husband thought he was the king of Clark County, and certain other politicians think they're entitled to rule without redress. And thus their behavior causes other members to behave as if they can be kings and queens, and it's a foolish endeavor in this democratic nation. An endeavor that I hope always ends in failure. Take your time in prison to reflect upon the choices that you've made, your attempted queen status, and tried to live the high life on the backs of the honest folks and citizens of Clark County. That attempt failed. I want you to reflect on what it means to have concern for others as a mother and as an equal member of the community. Do this so that you come out of this situation as a better person than you have been while you were Mrs. Jamie Knoll. And maybe use the fine people of Clark County as your role model, as you surely have a lot to learn about being a good person from them. You know, I've thought about the sentence and the agreement that you've entered into with the state of Indiana with the assistance of Mr. McMahon. And I can assure you that there will be a lot of folks that will think that you got a very sweet deal. And will think that I should reject it. And put you in prison for as long as Mr. Knoll's in prison, or longer. But it's not my intent to bow to the wishes of the public. I've got a responsibility to the citizens of the state of Indiana, and in this case, Clark County. And it's not a matter of revenge, it's a matter of justice. I trust that the state of Indiana has done what they believe to be appropriate in this circumstance and has considered all the factors, and I trust that Mr. McMahon has also weighed them And there may be things that I'm not fully aware of in regards to how they negotiated the plea agreement. But I will accept your testimony as evidence that you have committed these crimes, and I will find you guilty and sentence you pursuant to the terms of the plea agreement.